Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your favorite Hawk-Wolf hybrid, and probably one of the only Hawk-Wolf hybrids you really know. Let's be honest here. WayaTaka, coming at you. Now, let me be honest with you, I haven't really had the best day, and I didn't feel like dating my furniture today. Instead, I felt like doing some investigations and going back to one of my favorite games that was on the DS, Ace Attorney Investigations. I am overjoyed that this finally came to Steam. I know it's probably been here a while and I'm just late to the party, but, you know, I'm really excited to see what this has. Yes, there is a continue. We ignore that. So we're going to do the title selection. For those of you who don't know, this is from the Ace Attorney series, you know, like Phoenix Wright, Apollo Justice, all that jazz. But this actually is from Miles Edgeworth, like you play as Miles Edgeworth, as in the prosecutor. And I've always been a Miles Edgeworth fan, and I really like what they do in this, because it's more investigations than it is my mouse pointer just dancing across the screen. It's more of investigating more than it is playing a court case. You do still like interrogate suspects and everything, but you essentially are doing the investigating while Phoenix Wright does the defending and all the court stuff. So this is just a really fun little take on it. Another one of my favorites from the franchise is, of course, I believe it's called Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, or vice versa. But I don't think that's going to come to Steam anytime soon. Maybe, but not anytime soon, I'm sure. So, how's about we go to... Give me a second here. How's about we go to Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations, new game. Yes. And also in this, there's like better graphics and everything. I heard that you can choose what you want, so that's really cool. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. Okay. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Ooh. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. That's quite a hairstyle. Alrighty. Edgeworth! My man. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh, okay. So Edgeworth can smell blood. Cool. What the? Dead man! What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Oh, sorry. That was just a freeze. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Oh no, he shot the pretty shirt. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Yeah, back away slowly and disappear. Smart guy. Or gal. Smart person. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. Is that the nickel samurai in the back? No. No, the steel samurai. Steel samurai, I think is who that is. That's cool. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir! These graphics are a little bit more detailed than they were on the DS. Ah! Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He is a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Ah! Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa! Sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing! This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Ho ho! That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So, I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene, my office. Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. A key to your office? The office key. For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding the connection between two pieces of information, and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. First, I recall the information we've gathered with that, and then I connect them together with that. Now to use that and recall the facts. Alright. So left. It's logic. Alright. Crime scene. My office. Connect that with the office key. Connection! Nice! For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yeah! Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir! There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? The killer's goal. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Begin investigation. Alrighty. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use that when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use that, okay? I'll give you a great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Alright. Yay! Let's look at the gun. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know! I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, so I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So, it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Revolver, found at the crime scene. It's the same model as those used by precinct detectives. Good to know. Alright. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sorry. Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper till the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Okay, let's see. Okay, I investigated the couch. Good for me. I don't think I... How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never... Okay, flowers. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Wendy? Isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice, that stalk? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Oh, Edgeworth. You're such a fanboy. Oh, it's your trophy! The, Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir! I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Okay. Ooh, tea! Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir! That killer is going to pay! This tea set! Yikes! You're really mad over this! This tea set is very dear to my heart, and can only be bought in England. It costs me more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks! Okay, so that's been investigated. What about my desk? It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh, yeah! That thing's so polished that it makes me as jealous! Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time as Wade detective. Oh my goodness. My job is to protect your office, sir! And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Okay. Okay, there's a body on the floor. Probably should look at that eventually. Let's look here. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest till I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright. Books! Oh, those files. My bad. Your files are all over the floor, sir! They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Signs of a struggle. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. Oh, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, so I just added cleaning to the list, so weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? No, not really. Alright, let's see here. I don't believe it! I packed those files on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake can make them fall off. But just look at them! At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Okay. It says I've looked at this already. Okay. What do we have here? Hey! I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey! I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink! Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Victim was a detective. According to his badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Alright. What about looking at the body? Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes. Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m. Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press that to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Alright. Logic! Let's see. So victim was a detective. And the revolver, because it was issued to detectives of the precinct. Correct! Here we go! The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see, what have we got here? I just want to mention that every time he says yes, sir, I actually am, like, saluting. And it's kind of funny because you guys can't see it. It's just a knee-jerk reaction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! This guy's wearing a gun holster! So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver. It can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon. It was issued to the victim. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As always, as I always say, you've gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use that to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use that and that to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty. Okay? Whee! Alright, let's see here. To think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. You know, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. Oh, but I love the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. If you take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start detective. Now that you mention it, even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. Alright, let's see here. Ooh. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun. Huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to our... Jim! Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you all right? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes. Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So, you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal! Just calm down, okay? I will not! I know how things work around here! High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them, and only the owner of the office has a key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Oh. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal! You got it all wrong! Everyone calm down! Mr. Portsmouth, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Thank you. I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there!
Sir?
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. That's weird.
I should probably give them some space.
That's weird. I don't like that. Bad taste. Alright, well, now that he's busy doing that, let's look over here.
I hope...
What? No, not the sofa, not the sofa, not the sofa. Okay, can we look at this? There we go.
Ah! Your jacket, soy! What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial, sorry, words. Prosecutorial debut in?
I don't even know if that's right.
What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster! It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence, or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press that with conviction! And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
Alright. Well, only one shot was fired in the victim's revolver. So, I'm pretty sure this is what he wants me to present.
Eureka! Eureka! This bullet hole is a contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim here. And the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too! Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight?
Well, I think a storm's coming. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was thunder. Hopefully I don't lose power to my computer. That would suck. Anyways.
By the way, I noticed something, sorry.
Yes.
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money!
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way.
Roger that! Achoo! Achoo! Talk about dusty!
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here, or I had kept it clean for you, sir. So, where did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So, what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
Secret safe. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Add more thunder. Nice. I really hope that my mic is picking this up because it just sounds amazing. Alright. Let us investigate. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not in the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist.
Yes, sir?
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir.
I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Wiped fingerprints. All of the fingerprints on this have been wiped clean off. Alright, secret safe. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Alright. Logic! Alright. Right, fingerprints. Killer's goal. I think this is right. Yes! I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Motive? Theft? The culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft? And now you can hear rain, I hope. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Oops! I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's see. Tried to open my safe. It's killer's motive. Theft. Okay, so what do I do now? The sportsman? A word, if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see.
Oh, it'll be for the both of us.
Now then, you want to talk to me about something?
No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation.
And I think that this might be a good place to leave off because I don't know if I'm going to actually keep my computer going because there's obviously a storm a-brewing. So I will leave this episode here. Next time we will continue our investigation and hopefully figure out what happened to poor Buddy Faith, I believe his name is. Poor Buddy Faith. I mean, we know who the killer is. It's the pompous jerk over there because we saw the cutscene. But, you know, we gotta figure out how to prove that he is, in fact, the one who did it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!